Welcome back to my channel, where we bring you the latest, most exclusive and emotional updates about Sheikh Hamdan and his royal family. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss any of our dramatic new uploads. In our last video, I shared that Sheikh Hamdan is currently in England, but today, we go deeper into the real story behind that trip. And it's not just a royal vacation. It's emotional, raw, and heartbreaking. Let's begin. As everyone knows, Sheikha Hind wanted to talk to Sheikh Hamdan face-to-face, so Sheikh Hamdan traveled to England, a place filled with echoes of his past. But what should have been a peaceful retreat turned into something else entirely. Why? Because not long after his arrival, Sheikha Thani, his cousin and current wife, followed him. Yes, she followed him. Her arrival shocked everyone, especially Hamdan himself. Those close to him said his mood shifted drastically. The presence of Sheikha Thani was suffocating to him. It was clear. Sheikh Hamdan is not emotionally connected to her, and her arrival in England only intensified the emotional chaos he was already carrying. Sheikh Hamdan never liked the idea of marrying Sheikha Thani. It was a forced royal arrangement, one that made sense for his status, but never aligned with his heart. And now, being in the same foreign land with her, when all he wanted was space and reflection, left him devastated. Despite being in the same country as his ex-wife Hadia, Sheikh Hamdan did not meet her, not even once. England, for them, held too many memories. From long evening walks in Hyde Park to their quiet dinners in the countryside. From the whispers of poetry shared in private to the promises of forever. It was in England that many of those memories were created, yet now they live on only in his mind. Sometimes, when he sat with friends or staff late at night, he would talk about Hadia. He would mention her in fragments, in half smiles and heavy sighs. He never said he still loved her. In fact, he was very clear. He had moved on. But those memories, they had roots. Sheikh Hamdan had always been a man of ambition, a man who believed in completing what he started. But his marriage to Hadia remained the one part of his life that was incomplete. A story that began with passion and purity, but ended with silence and heartbreak. He had once promised her forever, not in the royal way, but in the way only lovers can promise, with sincerity. But life inside the palace, the expectations of the throne, and the never-ending responsibilities of a prince crushed those dreams. Inside, Sheikh Hamdan blames himself. One particular night in England, as the rain quietly touched the windows of his palace, Sheikh Hamdan was overwhelmed with thoughts. He picked up his phone and called the one person who had remained constant in his life, Shamba. Shamba is not just his longtime girlfriend. She's the only person who knows the real Hamdan, the man behind the title, the father behind the prince, the poet behind the crown. That night, he spoke to her for hours. She listened, quietly, without judgment. He spoke of Hadia, of the failure of their marriage, of the shame, the guilt, the pain of not being able to give his children the family they deserved. Then Shamba, in her calm, soothing voice, told him what no one else dared to say. Sometimes life doesn't complete itself. Things fall apart, not because of you, but because that's what life is. It doesn't always go the way we plan. Those words hit him deeply. They didn't hurt. They healed. She reminded him that he wasn't a criminal for failing to keep a marriage alive, that he had tried, that he had loved. But sometimes love just isn't enough. In those days in England, Shamba became his lifeline. Every night he called her, especially in the late hours when the world sleeps but the heart stays awake. He told her everything: his regrets, his hopes, his insecurities. He confessed how he had achieved everything in life: power, wealth, and recognition. But the only thing he failed at was his own home. Every time he looked at his son, Rashid, or his daughter, Sheikha, the two beautiful children he shares with Hadia, he felt both love and pain. He wanted them to grow in a complete home. But instead, he had given them a fragmented world. Shamba never blamed him. Instead, she promised something he never even asked for. She promised to love his children like they were her own. That reassurance, that selfless love, gave him peace. A kind of peace he hadn't felt in years. For now, these are the latest information of Sheikh Hamdan and his family. With my next video, I will tell you the next part of this story. I hope you would find something interesting from this video, and I hope you would enjoy this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you won't miss my any other video. Thanks for watching.